Right, let's have a look at this for you. SUI. Yes, I mean exactly the same as Bitcoin, really. Look, it's for following Bitcoin. The price action is very similar. When did it launch? It launched May 23 on Binance. This looks nicer. Look, I have no idea what SUI is, but this is quite nice. It's a nice consolidation range. You've made an all-time high, had a little bit of a rejection, but that's fine. At least you've made a high. That's what you want to see. You want to see highs. You don't want to see lows. You want to see highs. Could do a volume pool on the price action. There's quite a lot of volume being put in at this level, but the point of control is right at the lows, which is what you want to see. We're above the value area. The value area is clearly acting as support. You can see that here. See that? So you just don't want to lose the value area high as a support line. You don't want to see that. Okay, as long as you don't see that, it's going to remain quite bullish. Usually what I like to do, because I keep this for reference, so I'm just going to quickly mark these levels to see if there's any change in the future. Okay, so let me just quickly do that. Value area low, point of control. I'll just quickly put those in a little group. Delete that. Let me have a look at the candles quickly. I like to start at the top. Just green, green, green. Any red ones? So we had a little bit of a red 3 months here. So you can see that there's a bit of a level there. We may not come back to it, but it's very evident. That's a little bit of an SR flip. See that? So I'll just mark that off just in case. You have this monthly level which hasn't been tested yet. It's already been traded through. So I'm just going to mark that as well. And I'm going to call it something else. I'm going to rename it to washed. Just in case we come back. So these are the weekly time frame now. So we've created a liquidity level up there. That's the week. That's not been tested yet. On that weekly. You've got a weekly level down here that's been traded through. It's acting as support. So again, that's washed, but it's still support. Because you can see that there's been a test on it. There. On the previous week, it's tested it once. And then you have a untapped one down here. It's a bit lower down, so we may not get there. You can do exactly the same thing on the daily time frame, just to mark out your levels. Like if today ends red, then you're going to have a daily level there. It all depends on how the day ends, but you've got some daily levels up there. The daily level there. These are untapped levels. So that's, you see here the wick goes up. Show you. See how the wick goes up? It clears the liquidity from that level and it gets rejected. So that's a wash level. So I'll ignore it. I'm looking for the untapped ones. See, that's a wash level. These are all wash levels. This is a washed one. This is wash. The wick goes down and it rejects. So the nearest one is down here. Okay. I'll just keep those. The rest is too far. I'm not really concerned about them at the moment. I'll just keep that into a group. Alright. So what we have now are our volume levels, and we have our liquidity levels based on the candle structure. You can see that's it. Show levels. And you can see that there's a little bit of strength in this zone here where you have the value area high and the daily level for support. And then the other thing you can think about doing is some kind of Fibonacci pull. How would you do this? You're basically into price discovery, to be honest. If you look at where we are, as soon as you came back above the value area, you formed a new range. You're forming a new range. So here, some of this candle comes, let's do it from this one to here. You're in basically you're in a new range above the value area. And so the other thing you can do is you can create a local range. I'm going to call it local. So value area high, I'm going to rename it to local. I'll do the same with the point of control. You see the point of control has reacted as support already. Value area low. Put that into there. Can delete that. See the point of control in this local range. This is your range at the moment. That's the point of control. It's offering support. So that's good to see. That's what you want to see. And basically, I would say that the price is just ranging at the moment. In this higher range, we're above the overall value area high. I don't expect the price to come back down like that. I don't expect that, not in the context of a bull market. From the all-time low here to the current price, it's only 352% up. It's not big. It's not a big increase in value in the context of the bull market. And it's on Binance as well, which is good. So we're potentially going to be launching into price discovery soon, potentially, and that's going to be really bullish. This is actually a really bullish setup, really. I think it's quite bullish. Look, the price went down. Let's just come up. It's like a cup and handle, huh? A little bit of a cup and handle. This whole path, it's like a pattern, yeah, isn't it? There's your cup, teacup. There's your handle. Don't know how long this consolidation is going to last, but that's pretty bullish, huh? It's quite bullish. So what you'd be looking for in a cup and handle, two things you'd be looking for. Firstly, you're looking for the pattern to not be invalidated. If the price goes down like that, that's invalidated, yeah? So you don't really want to fall back into the overall value area. That would be, you'd invalidate the cup and handle pattern. You'd be forming something else, but it wouldn't be this, yeah? So just bear that in mind. Let me just delete that. This is my little cup and handle. And if you're not familiar with cup and handle, I'll show you. I'll quickly pull the image. It's quite subjective, to be honest with you, but it is a pattern that's traded. There's lots of different images of cup and handles. Copy image, so I'll just copy one. That's the pattern. See that? And so what I'm comparing it to is this. See that? Now the handle, you can have this kind of falling wedge or channel. You can have kind of another rounded bottom. It doesn't necessarily matter. The key is this break line. So you have a very definite break line. It looks like your break line is the top of this wick. It looks like it. Looks like that's your break line. I'll call it SR flip. And that's your, there was one attempt made to break that. All right. Looks like there was one attempt made. See there? So this is on the daily time frame. Look, you see how the price tried to get up, tried to hold it as support, lost it, came back, back tested it as resistance. See that? So there's a definite SR flip. This came up and it was front run. So I think for all intents purposes, there's two ways to trade this. One would be just wait for the break. And you just, let me just hide that now. Next time we go up, then you can take a trade. You're trading a breakout. It's a breakout trade of the cup and handle pattern. That would be your invalidation, and then you're into price discovery. Yeah. That's one way to do it. The other way to do it is wait for the price to fall back as low as possible. You kind of want this to go down. You don't want this to go up. I wouldn't mind, based on this cup and handle idea, I wouldn't mind going all the way down to take out the liquidity down here, but that would require a really bearish Bitcoin. Yeah. Let me get that SR flip again. The SR flip is important. It's up here. It's up there. Put that into the cup and handle. You'd require really bearish Bitcoin to get down to this low, to there. That would require really bearish Bitcoin, a bit of a sell-off. That would be the best entry, okay? And you're kind of forming a little bit of a harmonic here as well. If you create that idea, there is a bullish harmonic in play if that happens. Be like that. Let me find it for you so you there's lots of harmonics. You can't really like it. You can only trade them if they happen. You can't preempt them. So it's good to keep an eye on them. There's lots of really different images. And every time I look, I try and find the best one. These are 4x ones. Yeah. Top 4x ones. Image. What doesn't matter. So you're looking for a higher C. So that's this one. See this one? The cipher. Higher. That's the only one with a higher C. The C is above the A. So the D has to be above the X and it has to be below the B. So you basically, that's what you're forming, a cipher. And you're taking out the liquidity there somehow. Okay. And this one here, the cipher, the bullish cipher. And the way to do the timings, it needs to be timed right as well. So you're going up to there, to there, to there. You want it to land here, really. That would be right. Or here, like on one of these, like, that's a bit too short. So probably there on the 20th of April or the 4th of May. Probably April. That would land perfectly with the Bitcoin halving, huh? So if you got that, this is a gift, huh? If we went all the way down now to the Bitcoin halving, all the way down, it'd look crazy bearish, but actually you're forming a bullish harmonic. So it's actually really bullish. Okay. You trade the D, you don't trade the C. And I'll put that into another group. I'm not saying this is going to happen, okay? It may or may not happen. If it happens, at least you have a trade idea. The trade idea is really easy actually, because you have a pivot here and you can just swing failure this pivot. Call that SFP. And what I'll usually do with these, I set an alert. So SFP long bullish cipher harmonic. So you know exactly what you're doing. And now if I get an alert, it means the price has come back down. As soon as the price comes back above that line, I'll take a long. And wherever that pivot's put in, that's my invalidation. And then I'm really looking to go up. Okay, that would be the trade. You'd have to take profit at the local point of control. Okay, that would be your take profit. But then who knows, this could go forever. So this is an idea for a long trade in time with this bullish harmonic if it was to present itself. Okay, so I'll just hide that. Otherwise, you know, you have a trend line here, could just hold, you know, like who knows. Just this low one, which one is better? This trend line. That could easily coincide with a fib retracement of any one of these pivots. Yeah, I don't like it actually. I'm not fond of any of these actually. You see, we're into the golden pocket of this local pivot to there to here. We're into the golden pocket, but based on what I'm seeing here, it would be nice for us to catch it if we were to kind of come down there. That would also, right here where you've got this little, it would have to, again, you're timing it right. So if you don't go all the way down, then this would be a good place to, whether you got these kind of levels of confluence between fib levels and trend lines, etc. Something like that. Anyway, these are just ideas. Again, you've got an easy entry because you've got a swing failure of this local puck. As soon as the price comes back up, you can take that trade, and then you have a really nice long trade. It has to be timed right because you want it to land correctly at the 22nd of April. All right. So that's just a trend line test. Otherwise, it's looking bullish. Like as long as you hold this range, you could just. This is called reaccumulation, yeah. And I'm not going to go into depth, but it looks like we've had some kind of bullish impulse, and this could be. I'm just imagining this. I'm not like going crazy, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's your 5. A, B, C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's your 3. A, B. We're kind of trying, it's kind of like Bitcoin. We're trying to find the end of the wave 4. Not sure where it ends. Okay. A, B, C. We're trying to finish the C for like another wave 5 to complete wave 1. I'm not sure where this 4 ends. It hasn't ended yet. It looks like it's just doing an ABC right now. See that? It kind of looks like it's doing something like this at the moment. Wherever it ends, maybe it's possible to create some kind of target, price target. I'll do a trend-based fib here. Hide the volume so I don't get confused. Nice, it did a 2 to 1, a 1 to 2 rather, from this 1 to the 3, went all the way up to there. It's very nice. Let's front run a little bit. Went to the 168, 1618. It's really nice. It's following the fibs quite nicely. See where this 4 lands. That'd be quite important, because then you can do another trend-based fib from the bottom of this 2 to the 3 there, to wherever this 4 lands. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, that we hold here. I don't know if we do. If we hold here, then you'd have a nice higher target of about $5.7, $5.5. See where these fib lines match? That's what you're looking for. If we go lower to here, where let's say the harmonic does complete, just for the sake of argument. Oh shit. To here, that's where you end. Then you could be looking again at $5. So $5, 5.5, 5.7 is a good place. I think a good target. They kind of correspond. Even if this went down there, it would correspond. Let me get rid of that cipher. Let me go over this trend line test, this one. Let me see what that would look like. So all the way down to here. No real confluence there, to be honest with you. I can't really see any kind of, it doesn't really match, to be honest with you. About $5.7, 5.5, 5.7. That's what I'm thinking of right now. Right. That's quite extended, but you know, it's your in price discovery. You can go a little bit crazy. Let me try it from this to this to this. And it went down. Got to see where this 4 ends. So it's quite difficult if we don't know where the 4 ends. It'd be quite difficult. And then you can do a fib. Oh yeah, that's the other thing you can do. You can do a fib retrace extension from here. Okay, so that's interesting. So you actually have a little bit of a resistance zone at about $2.6. Right, so just bear that in mind. Unless we take it to the top pivot here. Let's do it to the top one actually. Again, look, $5. I think that one's better. That top pivot's better. So I think this next wave could probably get to about 5.7 for the wave 5. That would probably be better. You've got a little bit of resistance around $3. Right. And again, with the next bullish impulse, you're looking at 5 waves as well. Okay, we don't know how it depends on when this is going to end. All right. So I hope that helps. I think I'm quite interested in this token. I'd like to pick it up actually. It's on Binance, so up to there, my target. You can get another 2.5x up to $5, $5.7. That's quite nice. It's quite a nice trade. That completes your wave one. Let me put all of these into my own little name. That completes your wave one. That's your wave one. Yeah. Then you'll be looking for a ABC correction for some kind of wave two. If it's flat or extended flat or something, zigzag or something, who knows? No one can predict that. Let's just say for the sake of argument, it comes all the way back down to there. And then you'll be looking for the big one, which is your wave three. Okay. That'll be your big wave. Wave three. And why have I done ABC? Apologies. Let's do it again. Wave three. Something like that. Who knows? Like, no one can really predict this. It's just an idea of what could happen. Just change the color. Timings are important, so you kind of want to peak out with alt season. Yeah. Then you want to correct during the correction. And then 5, who knows what the 5 is going to be like. Could be more, it could be less. It could be more, it could be less. It depends on the 3 actually. If you get a week 3, you're going to get a week 5. 3 can't be the shortest. If you get a big 3, you can still get a week 5, but it could, or you can get a bigger 5. Yeah, so 3 can't be the shortest, and then the 4 can't come underneath the top of the 1. So if the 1 ends at 5.5, then the 4 can't come underneath the 1. That's the rules. So it all depends on Bitcoin actually. And then this correction will depend on whether people take profit or not, how much the price has gone up. I mean, look, if it goes up to there, you're looking at a 412x. You're probably looking at a deep correction. Yeah, it all depends on the 3. Okay, and where people take profit. So there's some ideas of what could happen, and actually the parabola is probably going to happen in about January, February, March or so. Tim the Chin is saying they have announcement today at their event in Paris called Basecamp. SUI, I mean, yeah. That's cool. I should buy some. But it's looking really bullish, huh? Like, look at that. You're in price discovery already. You're only up like 300% since the low. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Could you go up to those higher numbers? No one can really predict that. Like, let's just be honest. No one really knows. Yeah, this is all speculative. I'm just doing this speculatively. But with Elliott waves and trend-based fibs, you can come up with areas of confluence where there's resistance. So I think 5.7, 5.5, 5.7 is a good target. So if the price does go up to there, it'll be a good place to take profit. Yeah, and if you see a pullback, you can reaccumulate your profit. You can put it back in, and you'll just end up with a larger bag. Yeah, because you'll then you'll be looking. That'll be the end of the wave 5. Then you're looking for an ABC correction. Who knows what the correction is going to look like? Let's just say it's like this. This is more of a flat correction. A flat correction. Then you can do a trend-based fib and work out targets for your next wave, which would be the big wave. The big wave is the wave 3. So it's just something to bear in mind. But yeah, this is looking good. All right, did that help? I don't know. Who knows if it helps or not. I like this idea. I wouldn't mind, honestly, as a trader, I want the price to go down. I don't want the price to go up for an entry. So as a trader, this would be perfect. This is like the perfect entry. Everyone would get bearish and then it smashes up. Yeah. But no one can predict this. Like, I can't tell you this is going to happen. But if by roughly about the the 19th of April. The price was at about 1.12, and then you saw a little swing failure. You have a really easy long. So I can't tell you this is going to happen. I don't know. It probably won't. The chances are that it won't happen, but if it did, got a really good trade. All right. That's trading. That's SUI. I hope that helps. I'm going to actually move it because I want to keep an eye on it. I like it. These tokens that I like, I bring up to the top. Try and take him. Oh god, I lost it. Shit. Oh, I got to find it again. I'll figure it. No worries, I'll do it later. Okay, Slurf is pulled back a bit. It's good to see because I want to buy some more. I want an entry. All right, look at that. SR flip is held. Why has that happened? Is it because of Bitcoin? No, Bitcoin is looking okay. So this is just generally weakness on Slurf. This is just Slurf being weak. That being said, we could have an entry here. If we find support here, I might take an entry. Let me just use my other indicator, which I use. I'm a little bit obsessed with this token. I'm seeing volume though, that's the problem. Getting back into there. Rejected. Where are we now? Bitcoin's holding, huh? I don't know why Slurf is selling off. Oh yeah, it's not. Look at that. Bitcoin is selling off. So where do you want to see Bitcoin find support? I actually want to see Bitcoin come back down here one more time. I'd like to see that. Okay, I'm just going to wait to see if that happens. We've got the New York Open soon. I can't see any trades right now. Gotta find that SUI step. SUI. Yeah, there it is. Okay, just put it there. Going to hide that as well. Hide by indicator. So I'm going to put anything else. Mm. It's this lower trend line is very subjective, but I like the outer lines better. Just because there's no you can't be subjective with outer lines. It's just the outer lines. Yeah, there's a little bit of confluence here in the midpoint, which is why I like it. Yeah, and I can't draw that properly. See a little bit of reaction there, a little bit of support there. You kind of want it to go down, huh? But then it won't. None of my ideas would work. The harmonic would not be in play, so it'd probably be this, something like that. That would probably be the best one, or if it just goes flat and catch it on that trend line.